Lying on your back with your knees bent and your feet flat, place your hands behind your head, elbows open in line with your ears. You're going to lift your head and shoulders off the ground, lifting your chin right up to the sky, making sure you're not compressing your chin in towards your throat and making sure that you're not using too much momentum to do each lift. As you exhale, squeeze those ribs in towards the belly, helping the chest lift high off the ground for each crunch. Crossing one ankle over the opposite knee, hands are still behind the head. You're going to reach opposite elbow to knee, rotating through that torso, trying to lift both shoulders off the ground without twisting or shifting in the hips. So those knees and feet should be totally stable. Trying to squeeze the ribs to opposite hip as you do each diagonal or oblique crunch. Making sure you're not using the hands to yank the head forward. They're just there to protect the neck, so you're not straining the neck in order to do your oblique crunches. You should feel this through the core, your abdominals, and into the obliques as well. As you move over to the other side, making sure that you're trying to lift both shoulders off the ground, so you're not just rocking from side to side, you're actually getting a full crunch in there and then rotating through the waist, really squeezing that abdominal area as you twist opposite elbow to knee, keeping the legs as stable as possible. For your leg raises, you can either have your arms out to the side or hands behind your head, keeping your lower back flat to the ground as you send the heels towards the floor, only going as low as you can maintain that lower back being flat on the floor. If you find your lower back arches off the ground, take a step back and only lower the legs to the point where it's not arching off the ground, especially if you feel like you're starting to get a little bit of lower back pain. Then really make sure that you're not going too low or lower than you can handle. And again, if you feel like you can't move the legs without arching the back, try bending the knees to about a 90-degree angle and see if that helps. Again, it should help with the lower back pain as well. Extending the arms out in front of you, parallel to the ground, you're going to lift one leg, then the other leg, and then straighten out those knees. Trying to keep the back as straight as possible. You're balancing roughly on those sitting bones, keeping the legs squeezing straight, and remembering to breathe for your V-sit. Lying back on the ground, again you want your lower back compressing flat into the floor. You can pop the arms wherever is comfortable to help you maintain that, and you lift the legs off the ground for your flutter kicks. Fluttering them only as low as you're not hurting your lower back or the lower back's not arching off the ground. After your flutter kicks, you're going to hold the legs straight up off the ground in a hollow body 6-inch hold. If that's too close to the ground and you find you're hurting in your lower back, feel free to lift the legs a little higher so that you don't lift that lower back off the floor. If you're struggling to do seated double leg raises, feel free to do sets of one leg at a time. So if you do 10 reps on the right leg and then 10 reps on the left leg, but if you're feeling up to it, place the hands in front of the hips. The closer you get the hands towards the feet, the harder it's going to be. So if you're looking for the challenge, just move those hands even closer towards the feet and squeeze them up.